Welcome back, students, to the Fundamental of Mechanical Engineering BME 101 and BME 201. In this video, we will learn about the hydraulic and pneumatic actuation system. This is lecture number 9 in this series. So, first, here it is an overview of the actuation system. So, basically, two kind of actuation system we will see over here. One is the hydraulic system, and second one is the pneumatic system. So when we talk about the hydraulic system, it will basically use the liquids, that is the oil, to transmit the power. Uh, One of the main advantages of using this system is that they can provide the high power density, and these kind of actuation systems are used basically in heavy duty application like cranes and elevators. When we talk about the pneumatic actuation system. So they used basically the compressed air to transmit the power, and they are basically more cleaner and faster than the hydraulic systems. And these systems are used in the light duty applications like assembly lines and packaging. Okay, so this is a basic block diagram for the working of an actuation system, hydraulic actuation system. So here we are having a fluid tank which can supply a particular fluid. After that, a filter is there to remove the unwanted materials or some dirt from the fluid, which is going to be used for doing some mechanical work. Then hydraulic pump is there which can supply the fluid to a particular cylinder in which we want to do the supply of the fluid. Then pressure regulator and different kinds of control valves is there in between, which can control the flow of the fluid inside the cylinder. Here is a combination of the cylinder and piston on which we will get the actual mechanical work. Okay, so this is the basic working diagram of a actuation system. Then here in the block diagram, we have seen that many kind of control valves are there. So basically, two types of control valve we will study over here. One is the pressure control valve. So the function of the pressure control valve is to maintain and regulate the pressure in a hydraulic or a pneumatic actuation system. So various kind of pressure control valve are there. First one is the relief valve, which can protect the system by limiting the maximum pressure. Suppose in our system pressure is exceeding from a particular limit, then these valves will open and release the pressure of the fluid basically. Then second one is the pressure reducing valve. These valve ensures a constant reduced pressure in the specific part of the circuit while we require some low pressure at a particular place. Then the sequence valve, which control the sequence of a particular operation, means which valve should be open at which time. So this will be controlled with the help of the sequence valve. Then in the last, unloading valve is there, which can redirect the flow of the fluid when the pressure reaches a particular set value. So all these kinds of valves are used as the pressure control valve in a particular actuation system. Then second one is basically known as the direction control valve, which can control the direction of a particular fluid in the circuit of a particular actuation system. So the purpose of the direction control valve is basically to control the direction of the fluid in a particular circuit. Various kind of direction control valve we will see over here, like 2x2 valve, 3x2 valve, 4x2 and 5x2 valve. So different name can be given to these kinds of valve depending on the study. Basically this the value 2x2, 3x2, 4x2 and 5x2 represents the number of ports and a number of positions. So the first value is representing the number of ports and second one is representing the number of position. What do you mean with the help by the term port and position? Ports are basically the inlet and outlet of the fluid in a particular actuation system, and the position you can see if we represent a particular we can say wall, so we can represent with the help of some boxes like this. So if we are having three boxes in the representation, we can say that we are having three position, one, two, and three position. So it is a by three wall. Okay, so if we are representing three position, then we have to show the three boxes. Here, all of these valves, we are having two positions, so we have to represent these valves like this way only, with the help of two boxes, one position and two position. And when we talk about the ports, so we are having some kind of ports over here to supply the fluid to the cylinder and to the reservoir basically. So if we are having four ports, so this kind of valve is known as the 4/2 direction control valve. Okay, hope this thing is clear to everyone. Now the method of actuation, if we talk about the method of the actuation, so this can be done by the manual, solenoid, mechanical and hydraulic, with the help of the hydraulic pressure or the pneumatic pressure. Then moving forward, we are having some kind of rotatory actuators. When we require some rotatory motion, we will use this kind of actuators. So the definition is that these devices can convert the hydraulic or pneumatic energy into a particular rotatory motion when we require in which is can be required in many applications over there. So if we talk about the types of rotatory actuator, the hydraulic rotatory actuator and the pneumatic rotatory actuators are there. The working of these actuators are similar to as we had discussed previously. So basically, the hydraulic rotatory actuator deliver the higher torque, and these are used in the industrial application. And the pneumatic rotatory actuator provide the quick motion, and these can be used in the robotics application. Now, the applications of the rotatory actuators are, as we have seen, the operating valves, robotic arms, and the conveyor system in the industry. Then accumulators, these are also a device used in the different actuation system. So accumulators are there. The purpose of using accumulators is to store the hydraulic energy and release that particular energy when it is required. If we talk about the types of accumulator, so three types are there: bladder, diaphragm based, and the piston accumulator. Uh, the name is basically given on the uses of the particular things over there. As in the bladder accumulator, we will use a bladder to store the energy, and in diaphragm accumulator, we will use a particular diaphragm in place of the bladder. And in piston accumulator, we will use a piston to store the particular pneumatic or hydraulic energy. Application of the accumulator is to store the energy, shock absorption, and maintaining the system pressure. Then in the last of this topic, basically we need to discuss a particular problem, the pneumatic sequencing problem. So the definition is that problem which is related to the order of operation in a pneumatic system. Means a particular pneumatic system is working, so we have to decide what operation should be performed first and then second then third. Okay, so the steps to solve a particular problem is to understand the sequence first. Means we have to identify the desired order of the operation what we are going to perform. Then second one is the circuit design. We have to use the pneumatic components like valves, actuators, and other things to design a particular circuit that on which our the particular actuation system will work. Now, in the last, we have to do the simulation and testing to test our circuit whether our the actuation system will working properly or not. So here is an example. Let me just erase this thing first. Okay. So here is an example for the sequencing problem. You have to design a particular pneumatic system to control the movement of two cylinders known as A and B, such that the cylinder A extend first and the cylinder B extend after the cylinder A. So how can we solve this particular sequencing problem? This is the solution. We have to use two double acting cylinder. Then we have to employ a 5/2 direction control valve, means a valve which is having 5 ports and 2 positions. We have to use that particular valve to solve this problem for each cylinder. And in the last, we have to do the sequence control, means use a limit switch or the sensor to detect the cylinder A position, means we have to check whether cylinder A is extended or not. After that, we have to trigger a signal that can actuate the cylinder B over there. Signal triggers the cylinder B. After the cylinder is extended, then we have to perform the operation for the cylinder B. So this is the solution of this particular sequencing problem, and this is all about of this topic basically. So this is the summary of this video. First one, the hydraulic and pneumatic systems are essential in automatic and industrial applications. Then pressure control valve and the direction control valve are critical important because these are the basic backbone of a particular actuation system. Means by using this we can only control the direction and where to supply the particular pressure. Then third one, rotatory actuators and accumulators enhance the system capabilities. Means this can provide our system more capable. And in the last, we have discussed the pneumatic sequencing problem. Uh, that how can we design a circuit and how can we perform a testing before designing a particular actuation system. So these are the references you can follow to study the related things over here. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching this video.